for what results you want.
Okay, let's get this started. I just did this because I've had so many people ask me what I'm doing and how I'm doing this. And I will tell you right now, I have never been a note taker because for a few reasons. One, if I take notes, when I read them, they make absolutely no sense to me. And two, I don't like to carry things. Like I just went from this pocketbook and I upgraded it to this one. I mean, I don't like carrying things, and Scott laughs at me because when we first met, my kids were little and he's like, you never have tissues in your purse. I'm like, oh, am I supposed to carry that with me? I don't like carrying things. So bringing a notebook and bringing stuff everywhere I go is a pain. However, once I found my iPad came out with a pencil and I could write on my iPad, I don't mind bringing my iPad. And if I don't have it with me, I can access the apps on my phone. So I can quickly text in some notes. That made a big difference. And when I'm going to conventions or anything, I can take screenshots and I can put them in my iPad and write notes next to them so that when I go back and look at my notes, they actually make sense to me now. So it's been a process, and I'm going to share a couple of things with you because I'm still in the process of getting it to where I want it to be. I'm going to share with you, I started with a program called OneNote, which is a Microsoft product. And I actually like that better than what I'm using. However, I purchased digital planners and digital journals and digital notebooks. Most of them are geared towards GoodNotes. So that's why I've switched over to GoodNotes. And they both have their pros and cons. So I'm going to share both of them with you. I'm going to share them with you on my computer first, and then I'll share them with you on my iPad. All right, so OneNote, can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen? Okay.
I see it, but okay, yeah, there's good.
Okay, all right, so OneNote, both of these are apps that you can use on your computer and your phone. I like OneNote. Like I bought this planner. This is my 2021 planner that I got, and I like this. And what I like is I can go in and do my meal planning. January 24th, I can take notes on my iPad, or I can type on here. So the journal that I found, or this is my everyday journaling and my I am statements. I did all in here. With OneNote, you have multiple. So if you come over here, these are all my different notebooks. So each one of this is like having a 3-ring binder. So like I did VA work. So here's all my information on each of the clients, VA work. Here's my notebook. And in here, like I have Facebook groups, Rank Maker notes, because I was part of Rank Makers. Here's my information for when we were traveling. Here's some of the information notes I took on podcasting. So this is the main, Sandy is the main name of my notebook, and these are all like the tabs within my notebook. One of the things I don't like about OneNote is it's an ongoing page. So it doesn't break it by page. It just is a continuous page. What I do like about it is it's a way, because I think it's Microsoft. Hold on, somebody's asking me. So I'll give you some information. I got the templates and stuff from Etsy, and I'll show you some of the ones that I found. So what I do like about OneNote when I want to type in it, because it's Microsoft, it's really easy to type in or text from my phone. It's one of the things I don't like about GoodNotes. So OneNote is good. I really enjoy it. Like I said, the only thing I don't like about it is when you're starting to take notes, the page just keeps going and going and going. It doesn't like start a new page like a notebook would. So that's the only thing. I would have to go in and actually start a new, this is like a new section within my sections. So far, any questions on this? So as far as getting a notebook, a planner, I get mine from Etsy. I love Etsy. And what you would come in here is do, like you can see, I've been looking at all kinds of journals, but for OneNote, there's only a few. So these are the ones that are made for OneNote, and they're getting more and more. And there's some that are all about stickers and all that stuff. This is the one that I did, and I can put this in the chat. This is the, oh, she's updated it more. No, that's not the one I did. Hold on. Oh, I see they've done, wow, they've added a lot more. Dang it, I wish I'd known this. There's this, let's see, trying to find the one that I did. Let me go into my history. Go ahead and ask questions or whatever while I'm looking for this, and I can answer and help you any way I can. It's just you can unmute yourself and ask any questions.
Have you been doing this for a few years? Is that why it looks so
Yeah,
ultra organized?
I've been using OneNote probably even when I was in corporate. So I kept all my notes from meetings and everything in corporate. And the reason I started with OneNote, because it comes with Microsoft Office. And so I never had a notebook. Like we'd go to meetings and I would just bring my laptop, or once I got my iPad, and take notes from meetings at work, because I could never, I would forget my correct notepad. Like I know people have different binders and notebooks for different subjects, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to try that too. But the problem being with that is I don't remember what notebooks, and I forget them, and now I can't find the one. Anyway, come into Etsy, and if you're going to do OneNote, OneNote comes free with Microsoft Office, and it does work on all Apple products as well as obviously PC products, Android products. But what I did was OneNote Planner. I'm trying to see where the ones, I thought I had it marked favorite, but there's a lot of them in here and they're really inexpensive. So this one you just download, and most of them, this one's hyperlinked. So what that means is when you click on something, it will bring you to whatever. And I can show you that more in my GoodNotes, because the one that I have in here doesn't have hyperlinks. The one that I ended up getting. But look, so I even have my house requirements for moving back to New Hampshire, and we're working on that. And I put my yearly goals in here. I have information from my shuffle cards in here. But then when I go back, these are like when I went to promptings a few years ago, I took the PDF that they sent out and I uploaded it into my iPad. And so when I was taking notes, I was taking notes in my my iPad. So now when I go back, I remember what my notes are for. And that's my complaint with OneNote. See how this is just one continuous page? That to me is irritating. So you can take any PDF either with OneNote or GoodNotes and upload them, and then you can write on them. So whenever I get handout or something emailed to me, like in She's Creating an Empire or any of those, I just download the PDFs. And the other thing I'm doing is if you have one of Melanie's planners, I'm scanning the pages in so that I can write on them, because as much as I love this, and I do love this, and I highly suggest anybody get one of these planners, I'm not a pen and paper person. And so making a PDF out of it, I'll be able to upload it into my iPad and just start taking notes and using it in there. All right, so this is OneNote. And like I said, you can just upload. So I'll show you. So I'll start a new, I'm going to add a notebook, and we'll just call it, we'll create a new book. So right here, you create a new notebook. You get to choose what color the new notebook is. Can name it. Now the thing is it doesn't let me delete it. It just hides it. So I'm going to do demo, create. And so now this is a new notebook called demo. You can come over here, view. You can choose what kind of paper style you want. So there's notebook, wider notebook, wider notebook. And then you can change it and always create paper. So I can set a default. So this is the one I use. And then you just name this section. So section 1. So it's typing really easy. This is the one thing I like about this. Now I can come over here and name this section 1 and then come here and say notes from meeting. So this would be my first tab, and then this would be my notes from that tab. And I can either write on here, and now, let me see, I'll show you. Oh, wait a minute, that one may not have sunk already. Hold on a minute. So now when I get on my iPad, find my OneNote. Let's see if it syncs quickly enough. OneNote demo. Okay, so here's my note from my meetings. Now I can say, see, so I can write on my iPad at the same time that it's up on my computer. So it syncs continuously as I'm working on it. It's another thing I like about it. Now, when I'm doing a class or I'm, wanting to do something, I can come into, say I want to take a screenshot of something that I'm taking notes. So say I'm taking notes on here, so I can take this screenshot, this photo right here, and then I can go back over here and I can paste it. Oops, wrong one. Hold on. I just pasted my Zoom link. I can then take my recents and just drop it in. And now I can move this over. Why does the things work better? Okay. I can move this over. Now I can take notes, and it's already shown up on my iPad. And now I can take notes next to it on here. So that's how you do it in OneNote. And as you saw, typing in OneNote is really easy. Any questions before I move over to the other system?
Sandy, I have a question.
Yeah.
Did you take the screenshot on your computer and bring it over, or did you take the screenshot on your iPad?
You can do it either way.
Okay, cool, thanks.
So if I'm on my iPad, I do it on my iPad, but I was on my computer, so I just dragged it in. I also can go and if you look, let me see if I can show it on here. Hold on a minute. Insert. So screenshot picture on my iPad, it'll pop up as a camera, and I can actually take a picture on my iPad and it'll go right into the note. So when I'm at, like when I go to convention, I take pictures and I can put them right in my note, like of the speaker that's speaking. That way, when I go back and look at my notes, I remember who's speaking, and it kind of helps me remember what the conversation was like. I'm a visual person, so that's why note taking for me has always been a struggle.
Right.
But by doing this, I'm still not 100% great at taking notes, but this is really, really, really helping me. you know, when I do it, and taking the courses from I Am Academy, it's been so amazing because I can go in and take a screenshot of what they're doing and then write notes. And that's what I've been doing. My biggest thing is if I could take the way Good Notes is set up and do the type the way it's easy to type in here, I'd be like so happy. All right, so that's it for OneNote. And you can go on YouTube and there's all kinds, like they talk about in-depth stuff with OneNote on YouTube. Just go in and, right, who's coming in? All right. So then you can just come into YouTube. And I'm mainly just giving you an overview because I'm still learning, but I know it's been really helpful for me. And there's tons and tons of videos on the different ways that you can use YouTube. You can use OneNote. You can make your own. So those that are real talented, it shows you how to make your own. It's just been an amazing thing for me to start learning. All right, so I'm going to switch over to Good Notes. Now, Good Notes is, I like it because a lot of this digital stuff out there is geared more towards Good Notes. So I bought a planner on Etsy. Let's see, I should be able to find this, hopefully. I bought this manifestation journal on Etsy. And so I like this one. She's called I Love Planners. And I will put this in the chat. That's her shop. So I have bought I bought the manifestation one. I bought her digital planner, the dated one. So the 20, this one. And then I bought, and then I found out that she has an actual notebook. So she has one that's landscape and she has one that's portrait. So I bought this one. So with that one, go back to Good Notes. So here is the manifestation one that I bought of hers and I love it. And what I like about this, so I journal in here, turn off my journaling. And then I can go here. And so when I talked about hyperlink, so these are all different things. Like I can put in a vision board, click on it, and it brought me to my vision board. Okay, manifestation plan. This is all of this I can fill out. Vision board, journaling, gratitude log, affirmations. So you can, these are ones that if you're having a hard time with affirmations, there's a ton of I am statements in here. Then you can do lists, notes, and then this is also, I don't use the planner part of this because I bought her planner as well. But what I like about this, so my journal is it's a notebook. So when I come down here to my last page of journaling, I journal every day. So say I want to start another page, I click on here and I just tell it to put in another page right after where I ever am. And if you want to organize your pages and see where they are, why is it not working? It works better on my iPad, I guess. I can go in and organize them. So then what I did, I bought her the notebook. So I want to import it. And I'm going to go to my digital notebook where I saved it. And I'm going to do, let's see, let's do this one blue. So that's how easy it is to upload it. And I just made mine look pretty. She puts in contents. These are the different types of paper that you can use with her digital notebook. And so these right here are hyperlinks. So if you notice, if I click on one, it's going to bring me to that section of the notebook. So you put, just like you would on your tabs, you would put what each section is for. And then when you want to start working in that, you just click on here. Yeah. Hello. Why is it not popping up? Oh, add a new page. It's hiding on me. Why is it when you want to teach somebody something, it hides? And it there. It went away. Let me share from my laptop, my iPad, because normally there's a plus right there that lets me add a page. I'll show you that in a second. All right, so we'll go to mine. Get out of here. All of a sudden, all my commands are gone. Hold on. Let me see if I can move this out of my way. There it is. So click on here. And these are the types of pages: ruled, narrow, rank, blank, whatever. I was able to take from one of her other journals and create. So what I did was, I'm going to import again. So click on the plus, I'm going to import, and I was able to take notes page. Because these are actually PDFs, I went into my Adobe and I imported. I took out one page from her notebook that I liked this style to work on. All right, so that's what I did with that. But so what I did was I came in and I've been using I haven't set up the DCX, it's the FRX. So here's what I did is I took and I'm creating, I just started with this last week. So I'm creating, this is one of the educators I'm following. Click on that. Oh, hold on. It's not working. Oh, so it brings me down to this section. And let me see, I haven't done anything with him since I started this. Let's do this one because I have been doing minis. So this is what I'm doing. I take, as I'm watching, I take a screenshot and then I write what I want to remember. And then I mark up, like he said, this isn't correct. So I marked these examples are incorrect. But I like it because it's pages instead of one long thing. And that's why I like this. However, typing on this, like if you see, if I want to type on it, it's a little harder. And I don't know why there it goes. So to type on it, I don't want to add, I want to type. It's not as easy to type on here. Come on. Oh, typing is this one. Hold on. Like I always have to go in and change things around, even though I've told it to keep my. So typing isn't, I mean, it's possible. It's just not as easy as it is in OneNote. It's the only drawback I find for this. And then to try to get it to delete is even harder. Yeah. So it's the only thing I don't, and I think it's because the other one is Microsoft. There it goes. I see chats. I'm not sure if it works on a PC. I think it does. I've been a Mac user for a few years now, but this is pretty much how I'm using it. Oh, and the other thing I like is like I took, I'm part of the Momentum group and we have workbooks with those. I just download the PDF and now I can write it on here. And so everything that I'm learning is in one place. And so that's been my biggest thing with that. And now I'm going to stop sharing this and I'm going to share my iPad. Any questions before?
That's great, Sandy. Thanks. I've been drawing all the little pictures and the graphs, and instead of a 1 hour class, it's taking me 2 hours. So this would be so much faster.
Oh yeah, I mean, I am amazed at how much, and I'm just really the tip of the iceberg with this. I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos after YouTube videos of how the different ways you can use it. And the people that actually build these, it's amazing to me. But yeah, so it pretty much does the same thing on my iPad.
That would be great because I have like all of these notebooks.
Yeah, and
That
it's
would
all,
take-
and that's what my biggest complaint was, is I didn't
Yeah.
want to have 10,000 different notebooks. And this way I have them all in one spot. So, and when you're on here, so I can click up above there. I don't know if you can see that part of my planner where it says the different names of the planners. Like this is the momentum, this is my FRX, and it shows you what I've done. And what I can do on here is I can make it bigger or smaller. So when I'm writing, that I couldn't do as much in the OneNote as I can on here. And then this is, you know, I'm going to be putting in here Darla's trainings, our weekly trainings. I'm just getting these all set up. And then she's creating an empire. This is, I took the, so we took the pay off your debt. So I did the same thing. I took screenshots of everything they put up there, and then I wrote next to them. So it works exactly the same way. Because I'm sitting at my desk, a lot of times I'll drag it on from my desk, but when I'm out and about, I can do the same thing on my iPad. Because I can have them, I typically will have them both open, but I'll have the one on my desktop hidden until I need to put something, an image on it.
And this works great when you're at conventions, right? With your iPad?
Oh yeah, that's how, like I showed you, I did with my OneNote. I was at the Promptings Academy and I just kept taking pictures and putting it in.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But it's just easier for me for note taking. Again, this was pretty much just an overview to show people where to start. I'm not by any means an expert at this. I'm still learning as I'm going and figuring out better ways to do it and finding out how it works best for me. Like I said, I've been watching videos on YouTube and just, I felt I should share it because every time I post something about me writing in my iPad, people are like, I want to know how you're doing that. So has this helped everybody? Does anybody have any questions?
Definitely. I have one. What do you prefer? Do you prefer one over the other, like OneNote or GoodNotes? Or do you just use them differently for different
Well,
things?
my OneNote I've been using for years and years and years, so it has a lot more in it.
Uh-huh.
Like I keep all my, oh, I didn't show you that. Hold on. So OneNotes I'll use more for now personally than taking notes because I have, for me, one of the things I love it for is my recipes. So I use this for recipes because see, I take the picture from whatever it is. I write whatever notes, nutrition, ingredients, and all of that. But then if I want, I can actually go to where I got the recipe from. But the other reason I like this is there's been times that Scott and I will be out and he'll go, you know, how about we make this week? And if I need to, I just open it up on my phone and I can see what ingredients I need to get if we're out and about. So again, I have access from this from everywhere I am. So I have it in categories: bread, breakfast, chicken, crock pot sides. And then each one I have a different page within here. So for OneNote, I like it for this, but for organizing notebooks, because of the whole page thing, and because most of the products that are out there are geared towards GoodNotes, I've been fighting GoodNotes for the last 3 years. And finally, because I found these three, the manifestation and her digital notebook, that's the only reason I switched to GoodNotes, because she doesn't make them for OneNote. Any other questions?
Just great information. Thank you so much, Sandy. A
You're
lot of
welcome.
help.
Thank you. And I'm always here. Like I said, I'm just learning this too, but I just felt it was important to, or fun to share with other people to help them.
Definitely.
Can we see a recording of this?
Yeah. I'm
Will
recording it.
this be on YouTube? Because this is really gold. And I need to watch it 12 times.
Me too,
mean,
Joy.
Wow.
I didn't give a lot of instructions. I just mainly want you to see all the possibilities. And like I said, this is just a tip of the iceberg. I look to see what college students do with this. And I've seen some people that have figured out how to link it to their Google Calendar. I haven't gotten that far yet.
Wow.
Yeah, but for what I'm doing, this is perfect. And I love it. And it's helping me take notes. And everybody keeps saying note takers are money makers. I'm like, okay, well, I got to figure this out. Normally when we go to convention, it's here, Scott, take notes for me.
Poor Scott.
Yeah. And then I have to read them. But no, I just found this was easy and I can utilize it. Like we have a list in there for everything we need to take when we travel. I mean, I have different sections of anything you would need a notebook for, I have in one spot.
That's great. And you don't have to carry, like me, all of those notebooks and then start going through them to see which one you want to use.
Or to figure out, because with GoodNotes, I didn't even tell you, it's searchable, even your handwriting. So you can go in and search for something and it'll find it. That GoodNotes is better at than OneNote. OneNote does it, but not to the, like I went to look for something yesterday in GoodNotes and I thought it was something I typed and it brought up everything that I wrote that word in. And I was like, whoa, okay. Number one, it can read my writing. That's kind of scary. So yeah, and in GoodNotes, if that's another thing. I mean, in OneNote, if you're writing, you can, there's a way to highlight it all and turn it into text. So I haven't ever done that, but I know that's another thing that you can do. And I'm guessing you can probably do that in GoodNotes too. I just haven't come across it. Like I said, I'm still learning, but I just figured I'd share the basics with everybody. And always feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions or anything.
Hey, Sandy, on the one with the recipes, that's the OneNote, because I like collecting recipes myself. Did you have to write separately the shopping list or did it automatically import that also?
I just took, so when I go in here, I'll show you real quick. When I go in to say, I go in and all of a sudden can't remember any of my recipe sites. All recipes. So when I come in here and I'm doing a recipe, let's just do this. Oh, salmon, let's not. I know I come from Boston, I should like salmon. All right, so I pull up this recipe here. Come on, move up. And I take, and I just click on copy image. And then I'll open up my OneNote. And so this one's a chicken one. So I'll click here, click add page. I'll put the image in right here. And then I'll come up here and take this. there. And I didn't always do this, but now I do, is I actually grab the U, or go away. Come on, advertisements. Go away. Try this again. All right, so I didn't used to do this, but now I take the URL just in case I ever want to remember where I got it from. And I put it in there. And then I just come in and I take this. And then put it there. I just make this bigger. And I mean, it doesn't have to look pretty, but I come in and kind of, that's that. And then that's for servings. And then this comes in a little weird, so I do print it. And it's easier to grab from this.
Mm-hmm.
So I grab the ingredients
Oh, that makes sense.
and then it's just super easy.
Yeah.
Nutritions. And then sometimes, like depending on what it is, like I don't know if you use All Recipe, but people can put in comments and stuff.
You're right.
And I can go in, sometimes I'll read some of the comments. So get back out of here. I'll go in and read some of the suggestions, cook notes, and I might put those in. Like if people have written in here, oh, well, I added this or I did this different, and I'll add that to my recipe.
That's
But
a good
now
idea.
I have this all, and that actually looks like a really good recipe.
It does.
So that's just how I do it. So for OneNote, this is, I mean, for recipes, because I've been doing it for a while, but I also like the way this works. I don't care that it's one long page for recipe, but for notes, it was just really annoying.
Okay.
So for this kind of stuff, I like OneNote, and anything that I want to type on, OneNote's just easier. So I'm using both of them now, but like I said, GoodNotes for note taking has become my favorite one.
I think I'll end up using that one most probably, but I
Yeah.
do like recipes, so that's why I wanted to ask you about that, but thank you for that.
And I'm sure you can do that in here too, because, you know, if you just start a regular, you can start just a regular notebook. I just haven't done this. Why isn't it there? You can just start your own regular notebook with different pages in here, and you don't have to buy a journal. So like you can do landscape or portrait, and then you can do yellow, or you can do white paper. You can even do dark paper. Those are the standard ones, and blank, and I think they have some single column. So you can start your own. I just haven't, and you would title this recipes. But I don't know how to make multiple subject notebooks in GoodNotes. That's why I went and bought the other one. And that the notebook that I bought was only $5. And I just keep reusing it. So I bought one notebook for all of these, except for these two. Those are, but all my other notebooks, I just kept importing the same notebook, just choosing a different color cover. But I like them because you can have multiple sections. And I don't have the time to sit here and learn how to make multiple sections. So anyway, I hope this helped.
It really helped a lot. Thank you so much.
Looks great.
Val, did you have any questions?
No, I loved it.
Awesome.
The good note seems like I would like for the same reasons you did.
Yeah, and I don't know if OneNote will ever do that. They both have their pros and cons. It all depends on what you're using it for. Personal stuff and everything, I think I'll just stay with OneNote. And then anything note taking or planning, I'll do with Good Notes.
Yeah, with the academy, I think GoodNote's better for me because I feel the same way you do. I don't like things running into each other.
There's that
Yeah.
Boston accent.
Yeah. What word gave me away?
All of them.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, but
everybody have a great rest of your day, and feel free to reach out if you have any questions.
Thank you. It was a big help, Sandy. Thank you for your time.
Awesome.
Thanks so
I'm gonna
much.
upload this to YouTube, and as soon as it is, I'll put it in the group for people to see it. Or in the
Perfect.
event.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.